You start.
No, you start.
You.
No, you. Welcome to this epic disaster. This is Cheri.
Welcome.
There's Rick.
Hi.
We just fought over who should start the podcast
For
some weird reason.
It wasn't really a fight.
We weren't sure. It was an unsure conversation.
Well, I don't think we're sure about anything on the show. Are we ever?
No.
It's always in development. It's just we just
keep developing.
We just do what we feel at the time, at the moment. We're momentarily feelers.
But you've been recording for a minute, so some of what we just talked about might end up on the show.
I don't know. I don't know how much ends up on the show. Let me ask you a question.
It's your job.
Let me ask you a question. Which would you choose? You always have to say what you are thinking? How's that different? Or
wait, what?
You are frequently compelled to lie for no reason.
Oh, first one.
You always say what?
First one, totally.
That is you, though, but you always say.
I don't feel compelled to say what I'm thinking. I just
Pretty much.
I just say what I'm thinking.
I think you're compelled.
I don't think I'm compelled to do it.
Yeah.
Because I can shut up when I need to. Not on the show.
No. Not in real life. No.
Yes.
Nope.
You've never seen me at work.
You know what would be great right now?
You've never seen me at work.
Right now, it'd be great to have a beer.
Okay.
So we have a special beer. This, I don't know. Have we had? We've never had this beer.
We've never had this beer.
Well, the reason we know we haven't had this beer is because live beer review means we haven't had this beer, and we're going to drink it live on the show.
What?
Even though we're recording, it's going to be live. And then at the end of the podcast, we're going to kind of tell everybody what we think of this beer.
Right. It's also been gifted to us, so we didn't pick it out.
Right.
But I will tell you, I don't even recognize the brewing company. It's Ecusta Brewing, and they are out of Pisgah, Pisgah, Pisgah Forest, North Carolina.
You've ever been there?
Never. I don't think so.
I think you have.
Have I?
Probably.
Okay. Maybe. I mean, I have family in North Carolina. I've also been to Asheville. So
yeah, you remember when you went to outside of Franklin, North Carolina, where the Tart Museum is?
Yeah.
I think you had to go through there.
Oh,
I believe, if I remember.
I might have had to go through there when I went to visit family to the coast of, what was it, Oak Hill or Oak something on the beach.
Did you have to take a Pisgah?
You're funny. This is called.
That was a good one.
This beer is called Pink Beds.
Why is it called Pink Beds?
Because it's a wild sour ale, and I absolutely love the artwork on the can.
Oh yeah, let me see it.
It's a bee.
A bee. Pink. I don't understand the beds. Pink beds.
Probably like flower beds.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
But the bee is gorgeous. And all the art around it, and there's little pink flowers around them. So I'm thinking pink flower beds is what I'm thinking. It says it's a valley. Oh, Pink Beds is actually a place. It's a valley up the hill from the brewery in Pisgah National Forest, known for its beautiful wildflowers and mountain laurel.
You know who was from North Carolina?
Who?
Andy Griffith.
Nuh-uh. Was he really? Is he still?
He's dead.
Oh.
But so that means on the cover there, that might be Aunt B.
I mean, that's what. Wow, you went deep.
So
you went deep.
Yeah. So his the real place where he's from was called Mount Airy. So Mayberry, get it? Mayberry, Mount Airy. Mayberry was based on Mount Airy.
Might be.
Also, what was it? Mount Pilot, where they always went. That was like the big city from Mayberry.
Yeah.
And that might have also been based on Mount Airy, but
interesting.
I did a job up in that area. Boy, it's really I wouldn't say secluded, but it's definitely a small town.
It's out there, yeah. This one is this is a sour ale. It's brewed with hibiscus and blood orange, which are wonderful flavors. It says it's got a beautiful dark pink color and a tart, refreshing taste. It is fermented with what they say is Lacanicia yeast.
You don't even know what that is.
Some kind of yeast. They say it's a yeast. I'm going to believe them. And it was developed at North Carolina State University.
That's why they did it, I'll bet.
I'll bet they did. I'm going to open it, and we're going to try it.
Okay.
Because we have one can Again, it's in a can. We have 1 can to share.
To share between us.
Because it was gifted to us. Oh, it's
very
pretty.
Orangey pink. There's your pink beds right there.
There's your pink bed. Oh, and it's got that
very pink.
nice head on it, too.
Very, very pink.
It's pretty.
It's pinky.
It's pretty, and I like it.
Pinky Tuscadero.
You're not going to like it as much as I do, so you got more. Why is that?
Have a little more.
It's all gone.
Pour
Dude,
some of mine in there.
It's gone. No, it's fine.
You like
Just switch
the sours.
I do.
So
I love sours.
All right, I'm gonna give it a sniff first.
Sniff it first, and let's see what happens.
It actually smells a little like a champagne to me.
Do you know what? The last beer we had was very champagne-y in the way that it poured and the way that it looked.
Okay.
It was also a sour from North Carolina. No, that one's from South Carolina.
That's right, it was.
Oh, this one's pretty, though. It does smell very champagne-y. And you don't... Maybe you like it. Oh,
Very, a lot of different flavors in there. I was anticipating the taste, and it didn't come out right.
Oh. Mama likes.
Okay.
Okay.
Try it again.
All right.
Something tastes smoky about it. Can you taste that?
I forgot where the can went. Hold on.
I don't know if that's smoky. It's maybe a little bitter, kind of a taste of, I don't know what that would be.
What were you drinking before this?
Nothing.
Like no water, no nothing?
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I have no idea. It might be the hibiscus because sometimes that can have a...
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had hibiscus before.
Yes, you have.
Huh?
Yes, you have. In some kind of tea or something.
I had gravy and hibiscus one breakfast.
Why would you do that?
Oh man, can you imagine?
No.
If you have like in Colorado that you make some pot gravy and call it hibiscus and gravy, that would be awesome.
No.
Yeah,
it'd be disgusting.
No, that'd be kind of cool.
It'd be gross.
Be cool.
So how you doing?
I'm okay.
Now that we have our beer, we're gonna start.
The show.
Talking.
People are listening. We might as well do a show. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing fine.
Good.
Pretty good.
I like your sweater.
Thank you. I haven't worn it in a year.
It looks very wool.
It's very dingy. It was like this color. Well, maybe this color. It was very white.
It was white?
Yeah, and
it's not white now.
No, last year I washed it with a bunch, like some grays and stuff. It kind of colored.
Oops.
So I need to wash it with I don't know if you
don't bleach that. Don't bleach that.
Bleach it.
No, don't bleach that. I like the color that it is.
The color I'm saying it's white. It's really kind of what do you call it? Natural, raw, whatever, unbleached. It's kind of that sort of a yellowish white. But anyway, I like it.
Okay.
So there you go.
Let's do a would you rather.
Everybody was wondering.
Because they were. I mean, I was.
Sure.
Because I can't see that closely. You go first.
What are we doing? Would you rather?
Yeah.
Would you rather the game of Would You Rather?
Yes.
All right. So, dropping a color stone, which will coordinate with a question, which you will ask me.
After you drop a purple stone.
What's that kind of dingy purple, too?
It is kind of dingy, isn't it?
I'm not a fan of that.
But it stands for food and ingestion.
Okay.
So, would you rather, for the next month, have to select meals from the glass case of candy at the movies? Like the candy
Oh, okay.
at the movies?
I originally said nit, and then I thought of some candies that I would actually really like.
Right. But for a month?
You mean that's all I can eat is candy for a month?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be sick.
Or eat meals from an antique sandwich vending machine in the basement of a library.
It just says that the machine is antique.
It
doesn't say the meals.
The sandwiches are antique.
Yeah, they might be updated.
They might be really good sandwiches.
They probably have to be.
But they're probably all meat sandwiches.
Well, you don't know.
I don't know that. There could be egg salad.
Ooh.
I love egg salad.
Egg salad in a machine, an antique machine? Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe not. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
go with the candy.
Can I eat?
It's a month.
Peanut M&Ms for a month?
Yes.
I think I can.
Yes, you can. It's a month out of your life. Eat the M&Ms.
I'll be like sick and fat at the end of the month, which pretty much is now.
Yeah. Oh.
It's your turn. Red and green you dropped, which is Christmas.
But it's not Christmas
That's a Christmas
anymore. Christmas
question.
Is over. Oh,
same one I dropped.
Again.
Purple. All right, purple. Food ingestion. Which would you rather do? Would you rather eat a small garter snake?
Oh, no.
It doesn't say. It can be live, I guess.
No.
Or 5 slugs. Big ones.
Oh.
In parentheses, look, it says
It
big
says
ones.
big ones.
Big ones.
Does it say big ones?
In parentheses, it says big ones.
That's not okay.
You got to eat 5 big ones.
Or 1 snake. Now,
One garter snake, which is kind of small.
I've heard that snake.
It doesn't say you have to eat them live.
I've heard that barbecued snake is okay.
Really? Have you had it?
No, I have not.
Wait, because you don't eat meat.
But I've heard that it's, well, even when I ate meat.
You never had snake?
No. And I lived in places where I could have had snake because I was close to the desert.
Well, people always say it tastes like chicken.
I mean, they say that about all reptiles. So.
Or they say that about everything.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
They say that about pussy.
What? Why would you even say that? Number 1, why would you say it? Number 2, who says that? Who's eating chicken pussy? That's going to be the title of this show. Who's eating chicken pussy? I want to apologize to our listeners for actually saying the words chicken pussy. I've never said that before in my entire life. But now I've been forced to say it.
By me.
There are other worse things that we've said on the show.
Yeah.
But I think that might be the lowest I've felt saying anything on this program before.
Please don't molest a chicken. Let's just say that.
So which would you rather? You're going to eat a garter snake.
I'm going to go with the snake, but I want to prepare it the way I want to prepare it.
You got to cook it. Sure.
I want to barbecue it.
You're not just going to stick the whole thing down your mouth, let it squirm in your tummy and all that stuff.
Oh, God. Stop. You're going to make me vomit.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's gross.
It could be that.
No.
All right. Well, that's it for another day. So here's what I did today. I before you came over, and you know this because we weren't here when you came over. So you know what I was doing?
You were out looking for gallery space.
So here's the thing. Now I probably should just talk to you about this. I shouldn't be telling everybody about it because it's kind of
okay.
It's not something I'm announcing. So this is not official. So even though I'm talking about it on the show, I'm not making an announcement. It may not happen.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Quit belching.
I think I'm going to start a gallery. You remember I had started a gallery when we were in Chattanooga, and it was very small, and I was kind of putting things together and getting art, and I was really happy with it. And right when I got it to a point when it was ready to kind of open, I had to quit and go to work.
Yeah. But I still have one of my favorite pieces from that gallery. One of your people who gave you a piece.
Yeah. Gave me a piece.
Yeah.
It tasted like chicken, but never mind.
Never mind. It hangs on my wall.
Yeah, it's something that I like doing. All right. So I've just been kind of looking at a new career, trying to figure out what I want to do for a new career. And my old career, I still got a few things to do with that, but I'm looking at doing something new. And so what I want to do is work with art, something I like doing. And I loved when I was putting together the gallery, so I've decided that that's kind of what I want to do. So I'm looking around for some space here in Atlanta. I'm going to actually put up an art gallery, or not put it up, but I mean start.
Good for you.
An art gallery, and it's going to feature, the whole focus, it's going to feature contemporary eclectic art by Southern artists.
I'm a Southern artist.
Well, if you're
Would
good
you
enough.
feature me?
Well, I mean, it's, if you're a professional artist, I'm not just going to put my buddies in there.
Shit.
I'm going to try to sell art. I'm not saying I won't put you in there. I'm just saying
if it's good enough.
Yeah, if you're working on a career. But anyway, so I'm kind of looking for some new art. If anybody's out there listening, you know somebody.
I have some friends.
But I'm just kind of looking
again.
around.
It's not buddy art.
No, I mean, right. It's. I want to sell art, so I want to sell art,
right?
And I need to sell pieces, $10,000-$15,000 pieces, to make some money to do a gallery. You got to sell expensive pieces.
So where do you intend to, get this art, other than your own, obviously?
Well, that's the thing. You meet artists. You have to get, when you're working with the galleries, you start working with artists. You meet artists. You say, I would like to feature you in the gallery. And artists, eventually, once your gallery's known, artists come to you and say, I would like my art in your gallery.
I'm sorry, you didn't intend to go into details here, and I brought you into details.
Well, the detail part is I'm not going to say I'm not for sure that I'm going to do it, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. I just gotta. I don't know all the details. So what we did today was I was actually looking for a building, for a space.
Yeah.
And that's a pain in the butt.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it.
Well,
So
you have to find the perfect spot, because you don't want to be somewhere where nobody's going to be. You have to find somewhere where people are already going to be.
This has to be a spot where there's foot traffic or people walking around.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Because you want people to look and come inside and buy art.
Yes.
And there's just a certain amount you can do if you're not on a place or on a open area where people are walking around. You can still kind of have a gallery like that, but probably not, especially if you're not known. My gallery would be brand new. No one's going to know anything about it. So I'm looking at commercial properties right now, which number one in Atlanta is freaking expensive.
Oh yeah.
Number two, here's the weird thing about commercial property. If you're buying a house, if you're going to buy a house and you get a real estate person and they take you to look for some houses, generally, you're going to go in and the house is going to be clean,
staged,
perfect, staged.
Yep.
It's going to, they're trying to sell the house.
Right.
If you're going to commercial property, it looks like somebody wiped their butt on it.
Yeah. A couple times.
They don't care.
Nope.
It's just like, fix it up, do whatever you want to with it. It's always crappy.
Open space.
So if you take, and this is not always, I mean, if you get a new place, it's going to look new. But I'm just saying, generally, with commercial property, it's not in great shape.
Right.
And so you just have to think, well, I have to take this, then I have to fix this, and I have to fix this, and paint this, and clean this, and it's just a lot of work.
And build this, and create this.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And depending on what you get, and this is what I've rented some commercial property, but I don't know a whole lot about commercial property renting other than just a few places that I rent. There is what I just found out yesterday, and if you know about commercial property, you know this is probably well known to you, but it was new to me. There's a thing called triple net in commercial property, which I wasn't familiar with. Triple net means that you, in addition to the rent, you also must pay the property taxes.
Oh, yeah.
For a building you don't own.
Yep.
You must also pay insurance for a building you don't own.
But then you also have to pay your own business insurance.
That's
as well.
right.
Yeah.
And you're in charge of building maintenance. So you're in charge of everything that used to the landlord, or supposedly the landlord is supposed to do. Now you have to do it.
Yes.
Which means, and this is what I understand, when you sign a contract with a lease, you sign a lease, and then the landlord says, well, I think I'll put a roof on. Mm-hmm. I mean, does that happen? Then I got to pay for the roof. So when you walk in and it's a piece of crap, the commercial property is a piece of crap. If you're signing a triple net lease, you got to fix it up. You're the one in charge of fixing it up, not the landlord.
Yeah. And then, if it's just you manning the space, which is kind of incredible, but if it's just you manning the space, that's great. But if you're going to have anybody else manning that space at any time without you in the presence, you have to pay for insurance for them as well.
Yeah, I mean,
and you
I
have
understand.
to pay them,
Sure.
like as employees
Sure.
and whatnot. But, there's a lot more to just having an open public space.
Yeah.
Or private space.
I'm aware of most of that,
yeah.
but I'm just saying, I've rented some commercial property in my time, but I've never been in a situation like if there was a leak in the roof, the landlord always like, okay, I'll fix it. So usually the terms are, when I go in, the landlord says, anything that breaks after you're here, like the plumbing, the air conditioner, you need to fix that.
Yep.
Anything with the building, that there's a problem with the building, if there's a leak in the roof, if the wall falls in, a window breaks, you are in charge. I mean, I am in charge of fixing that.
So landlord.
That's the situation I've been in the past.
Uh-huh.
But here in Atlanta, number one, you're paying really triple what I've experienced in other places. And then you have to do the triple net, which is all of that other stuff, which I've never been in charge of. So that's so weird.
Also, opening a new space that's a gallery, if you're not on, say, what might be considered the city's gallery row, you need to now bring in clients. So you want to also consider maybe having somebody come in with like a a coffee shop or something in the front of your business, or at least part of your business, to offer something to bring people in. I mean, there's that option, but now you're also responsible for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know where, number one, I don't really know where Gallery Row is here. I know in Atlanta where there are a few spots where there are a lot of galleries, but
Right.
we went to a couple today, and I wasn't that impressed with the neighborhoods and the amount of people who are walking around, and I just thought, So, I don't know. I feel like I'm not too worried about that. I kind of would like to be, we're over on the eastern part of Atlanta. I kind of like to be, stay here, although property is expensive here,
Yes.
more so than other places.
Yes.
So we actually looked at the south and the west part of Atlanta, which is a cheaper property.
Southwest,
lease.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's really building up these days.
Yeah.
So you can find a lot of new, fun spaces to be in.
There's some of it was really nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of want to stay over on this side. So I think tomorrow we're gonna go look around Decatur a little bit. But if you're in the Atlanta area, let's say in 3 or 4 months, and you want to check out some art, look us up. I don't know yet the specifics of what artists. I don't know what I'm going to call the gallery or anything like that. I'm still working on a lot of that kind of stuff. But
Well, good luck with that.
I think it's going to happen. I think it'll be fun.
I'm excited for that because
Me
I
too.
know you have a lot of stuff to display.
Well, what my plan is eventually to, like what I'm doing now, company business wise, is to kind of quit doing that,
Yeah.
and start moving more into doing art, selling art representation, artist rep.
So you want to be there for other artists who are just up and coming.
Yeah, and it'll be mine too. But I do like the idea of seeing artists whose work really good, but maybe they're not showing somewhere, and then
Yeah.
help them to kind of get some notoriety. And the great thing about Atlanta is, number one, lots and lots and lots of interior designers, so you can sell some art here.
Yes.
Number two, lots of people with money. I mean, whether you're talking about people in the music industry, sports figures, just
Actors.
movie stars, actors, musicians. Elton
Yep.
freaking John lives here. So I'm just saying, you get the right people in, you could sell some art.
Yes.
So I just feel like that it's competitive here, but I also feel like that what I want to do, the type of art I want to represent, even though I have seen it in places, I haven't really seen a gallery that really works with that type of art.
Okay.
So I feel like that if I have a full gallery devoted to that maybe I won't have any competition.
So if you're looking to curate a specific style,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take a minute. Like, it's going to take a time. You're going to need some time to do that.
Right.
So you're going to want to find the space first. You're going to make sure that the space can be easily accessible and will be accessible. And then you need to convince the artist that you want to curate to come see
Yep.
you.
And
And that's going to be work.
well, it's also about having performances, meetings, gatherings, openings,
Yeah.
leasing out your space, doing some, music
All
stuff.
the
I mean,
stuff.
just
Yeah.
it's
And
a lot
again,
of stuff.
Consider having a coffee shop out front. Consider doing something like that because
Well, I don't
that'll bring walking by people
Yeah.
will stop and look.
Yeah, I don't know that I would run something like that, but if somebody has something like that, it could be leased out or something.
Right,
But
right.
And two, it just depends on the size of the building. Right now what I'm looking at, I don't have a lot. So this is boring to a lot of people, but
Maybe.
I haven't gotten into it deeply. So I don't know what the Atlanta art market necessarily potentially can bring in. So I've had a certain ceiling on what lease I wanted to pay, and based kind of on things that I've done in the past. And then suddenly I was just like, wait a minute, if I want to do this right, then I need to be looking at putting bigger money down.
possibly here at least.
Yeah. So I'm kind of maybe looking at putting a little more money down than I was looking in the past, trying to get a bigger, nicer space in a location that's nicer. I mean, if I want to sell lots of art, I need to
be where people are looking for art.
and you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
So I have to be willing to do that. Otherwise,
Yep.
I pay a smaller amount and I'm out in an alleyway that no one can find.
Right.
So you just got to do it right.
And it's not necessarily that no one can find it. It's just you need to be around the places that people are going to look for art. You have to be in that area.
Or just where people are out dining and then go, hey, let's go look at some art.
Sure.
So, you need to catch people that way. You need to be a destination point, but you also need to be a point where people just walk them past and just think, hey, let's go check and see what this is about. And there's a lot of places like that in Atlanta. And so I just have to find the right one. And I want to find one that doesn't have a leaky ceiling or roof or whatever.
Right? Yeah.
And a floor that's falling in. So like today I found, and it has potential, but it has so much work. It's an old gas station.
Oh, but that would be so much fun.
Well, I mean,
is it close to anything significant?
It's in a really good location. It's just a little bit of a drive from here where I am, but it also it would take some work. It really needs some cleanup.
Yeah.
So
you'd probably have to bring in a crew.
Yeah, and then, but I mean, I just got to think about it, and I got more looking to do around here, so I don't know yet exactly what I'm going to do.
That's exciting. Yeah. I'm in. You know, if
yeah.
you need my help,
it'll be fun.
I can help. Sweep.
Helping artists get their paintings out there, their work out there.
Nice.
Maybe photography too. I don't know. Could be sculpture.
Don't start with the photography. All right. Good luck with that. I'm super excited to hear about that. I would like to announce something as well.
Okay.
I am going to announce a new weekly segment of sorts.
Segment on this show?
Yes.
What?
So here on This Epic Disaster, you will have a new weekly segment that could or could not contain one of three things or all of three things in this time. One of them is for the week that we release, which we release on Monday. So starting Monday, I'm going to tell you every day of the week what the national holiday is. And there are so many. Okay. Some of them are extremely self-explanatory, and I'm going to go into them only if need be.
Okay.
Because a lot of the ones I chose, because I'm not going to tell you all of them because there's so many, but I'm going to tell you the ones that I chose. And again, some of them are self-explanatory, but the ones that need explanation, I will give you a little bit. The other ones you can look up yourself. Also, on the day that we release, which will be the Monday of the week, I'm going to tell you what happened during that week. Maybe a little bit of history.
Like, so what happened in the past?
Yeah, not that day, because I'm not up to speed on that. But I'm going to tell you maybe back in the 1800s what might have happened on that day.
Okay.
And then also the first day of the first podcast of the month, I may or may not give you a few facts about the month that we're starting.
Monthly factoids.
Thank you. That works. Now I need music for all of those. Can you do that?
Let's see, I think
no, don't use the thing. I don't. No, that's
that
not.
One,
no,
that's kind of music.
I need actual music.
Like that sort of music.
Some of them might actually call for that. Yeah, but that too.
That's like music.
That it's not though.
But it's better than. But I think
some of these might call for that too.
That's legume music right there.
Legume. Oh dear. As in like what?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
There's no.
Stop.
No.
Just stop. So today, the day we're releasing this is January 25th.
Okay.
So January 25th is National Irish Coffee Day.
What? All right. So tell me, Irish coffee. That is there an actual flavor of Irish coffee, or is Irish coffee just coffee with Irish cream in it?
I think that's it.
Okay, I'm all for that.
I mean, same, right?
I'll go with that.
We got a lot to go through, so
yeah,
okay.
I really like it.
Me too. Also, it's National Opposite Day. Now, this one I had to look up.
Okay.
So, National Opposite Day, which is basically do the opposite of what you mean and use hashtag National Opposite Day to post on social media.
Okay.
So, there's no certain origin of this day, but in 1928, Calvin Coolidge made a statement to the press saying, "I do not choose to run."
Oh, and then he did. But he was a politician.
And he totally confused people.
Politicians are lying all the time.
I mean, that could have been where it started. We don't know. But I thought that was interesting.
Do you know of anyone named Calvin? Personally, do you have a Calvin friend or a Calvin?
Just the cartoon.
Personal acquaintance. Well, a cartoon is not an acquaintance.
I mean, it could be.
It's not.
It feels like it is to me.
Not.
Okay.
Calvin.
I don't know a Calvin.
The only one I can think of right now, and you probably do you remember the newscaster in Chattanooga, Calvin Sneed?
Nope.
Hi, Calvin, if you're listening to the
Hi,
program.
Calvin.
He's probably not. He just retired not too long ago, I think.
Good for him.
But I see now when I was growing up in New York. Why did I even say that?
Why did you say that
I've
out loud?
I've never grown up in New York. When I was growing up in Knoxville.
Wow.
And then, Knoxville and New York are so similar. When I was growing up in Knoxville, Calvin Sneed was, I was a kid, and he was on TV
now people
in
think
Knoxville.
you are lying.
And then he disappeared. He just left.
Calvin Sneed.
He left. And I kind of forgot about him. And then I moved to Chattanooga, and
Calvin.
boom, there's Calvin on TV.
He probably got fired.
I don't think so. I think he was ambitious. He was young. He was like, I'm not going to make it here. I'm going to move somewhere else. And then and he was like one of the main guys. And then he was there forever. And then he retired. But he's still around. I think he's still around in Chattanooga.
Okay.
Hi, Calvin. How are you?
Hi, Calvin.
Might be the only Calvin. I'm trying to think. Might be the only Calvin I know.
Interesting.
I don't know him personally.
Good. So tomorrow.
Yeah.
January 26th.
Okay.
National Spouses Day.
National Spouses Day.
Self-explanatory.
Also the birthday of Anna Locasio, which is something that's probably only means something to me.
Probably.
The one of the lead vocalists for the band Cock Robin, who I love.
Yes. Okay. And you know that.
Yeah, it's her birthday.
You remember that.
Yeah.
Why do you remember that?
She'll be 59. Same as when my birthday happens. We're both 62 babies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you. Wait.
What? Hello?
59?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, same year, but not same day.
What?
January 26th.
We're both going to be 59 years old because we were born in 1962.
But not on the day.
No, my birthday's not on January 26th.
I know it's not. Okay. I'm just making sure. Calm down. January 27th. Oh, wait. There's another one for January 26th.
Okay.
National Green Juice Day.
Green juice?
Yes.
Like
veggie juice.
Okay.
Do it.
No.
Do your super juice. Make your juice.
Ass juice.
It's not ass juice.
I'm not going to have it.
It's green juice.
That's the same thing.
It's so good. Do it. Pick the greens you like and make it a thing. But don't ever try to put arugula in juice.
No.
Don't do it.
Don't do anything green in there.
Okay.
The only green I like to pick is my nose. All right, go ahead.
Oh my God. So Wednesday, January 27th, National Chocolate Cake Day. Make that
now
a
I'm
thing.
off for that.
Make that a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Can have German chocolate? Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can have German chocolate.
All right.
Thursday, January 28th, National Kazoo Day.
I can't do a kazoo.
You can't even do a kazoo. Do we have a kazoo?
No.
We don't have a kazoo. Why don't we have a kazoo?
I don't know, but I think it just made people sick with my kazoo impressions.
You know what else it is? And you're going to love this one.
What?
National Blueberry Pancake Day. Right? That's Thursday.
There should be a blueberry pancake ice cream.
No.
Ice cream with blueberry pancake pieces in it. Yep, should be.
Friday, January 29th, National Puzzle Day. This is this is me every day.
That's your day, yeah.
That's me every day.
Puzzle day.
I do at least 2 puzzles. I do at least 2 word puzzles. I do a couple of math puzzles. And I do games that are puzzling every single day of my life.
Okay.
So this is all me.
Okay.
Okay. Next day, or same day, also National Corn Chip Day.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Nah, I mean, it's also my language, but it's bad for you. It's too salty.
What? Well, that's it. They're not bad. Corn chips are good. Corn chips have very few ingredients. It's just cornmeal.
Right.
Which is healthy.
Right.
Some corn oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil, just some oil, something.
Some oil.
And some salt, and which is not always a bad thing.
But if you get like the store brand or like the major brand stuff, that tends to be too salty. So if you can make your own, do it.
Make your own.
Do it. Yep. Saturday, January 30th, National Croissant Day.
Croissant. What is that? That's a French pastry.
Yes.
It's basically a flaky roll.
Oh, God, yes.
I'm going to talk a little bit maybe about a flaky roll today.
I love flaky rolls. I like me some flaky rolls. I'll tell you what.
Right.
Also, it is the National Seed Swap Day. Now, if you're me,
oh my God.
If you're me,
yeah.
your brain went somewhere completely different.
Yeah.
But it is actually a seed swap day. It is a day where you remind your friends that spring is coming, and we have
and you
these
exchange seeds. But that's probably left over from like Little House on the Prairie days, right?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, let's look it
I
up.
don't know. But
Friend, I have a lot more corn seeds than I need. Can I swap some for your bean seeds?
Yeah, so we need to grow our crops,
Yeah.
and it wasn't though. It was very
if you
more recent than that.
if you had the land, would you plant a garden? Would you like that? Are you a garden person?
No.
I don't.
I wish
hate
I
it.
was.
Yeah, my wife would.
I wish I were a gardener. I'm not a gardener.
My wife is big on that. I hated it when I was a kid. I learned to like it a little more as I got older. I certainly respect it, but
I like plants inside my house. And I grow the easiest plants I can grow.
Yeah. Like
one of them today fell over telling me it needed water because it's a pothos, and so it has like hanging vines, and it's like I can't hold myself up anymore.
We have evolved to the point where we have Kroger. So I don't need a garden.
No.
There are people out there with gardens that can do all the work for me.
You go.
And I appreciate it.
You do it.
Have some of my money.
I will come to your house and I will buy your veggies.
Take some cash from me.
Yes.
So I don't have to do that.
Also, this is fun. This is going to be fun. Okay. So Sunday, January 31st.
Your Lucky Monday.
This year is Backward Day. National Backward Day.
Now, what's the difference in Backward Day and Opposite Day? That's...
Okay, there is a difference.
And why are they all in January? January's all screwed up.
It's weird. But National Backward Day, no one knows the origin. The hashtag...
Or maybe they do, but they're telling you they don't.
Hashtag,
because it's backward.
If you want to do it on social media, the hashtag is obvious. It's hashtag National Backward Day.
Okay.
But here's a fun fact. Leonardo da Vinci wrote backwards. Not only did he write from right to left, but he also wrote his letters backwards.
On purpose, or he just had that
ability.
Know.
I don't know. It didn't specify.
I've said this before on the show, I know, but my friend John could any sentence you told him, you could tell him 2 or 3, 4 sentences, and he could say it backward. Immediately.
Words.
Yes.
He couldn't spell it back. He would just say the words backwards.
But I mean, so
if
the
you
process,
said back, he'd say ba.
But as a sentence, you could do the Declaration of Independence, and he would do it every bit of it backward. So any sentence, anything that you said to him, somehow in his head, he could flip it onto like a screen in his head that's backward, and he can read it. That's
a form of eidetic memory.
That was awesome.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it's a very impressive little thing that people could do.
So if you said something like fucked up, like I fucked your mom.
Yeah, or longer.
He would say...
I did it longer.
With something.
Yeah. he and it just sounds like another language, but he's going, now I would like to know
what that sounds like.
if we recorded it and played it back, if it
made the same, if it sounded the same.
I think he would just read it from his head, like exactly phonetically. I don't think he would do the exact sounds, but we don't know. We never tested it, but it's too bad. We should have tried to do that.
What's his name? Will you tell it?
John.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the John I met?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think you've ever met him.
John I met in New York.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Different John. So there are actually 2 other national holidays on Sunday, January 31st.
Wow, it's a holiday-packed day.
Totally packed. And these aren't all of them. These are just the ones I'm mentioning. National Hot Chocolate Day. I mean, how do you not...
That's good.
How do you not want to wake up on a Sunday...
I was just thinking
in
not too long
January
ago,
with a big cup of hot chocolate.
I was just thinking not too long ago that I rarely have hot chocolate anymore. That's something I probably should do that this Sunday. January 30th.
Not tomorrow, but next Sunday. Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Do it.
Yeah.
The biggest one for me, Sunday, January 31st, is inspire your heart with art. Day.
Oh, very cool.
It is fun. It's a day to ponder where art affects us emotionally and why certain pieces of art affect you in a certain way. So some of the ways that you could celebrate Inspire Your Heart with Art Day would be, if you can, go to an art gallery. And that's this coming Sunday. That's January 31st.
Yep.
Go to an art gallery. If you can't afford to go to, some of them cost money. So if you can't afford to go to an art gallery, go, see an inspirational film, watch it at home, read a book that is artistic to you. I don't know. Just listen to music that affects you. And then just consider why certain pieces of art from your past, like I know that there are certain pieces of art that I've seen in the past that I can still name today that affect me in a certain way. Why?
Do it.
Well, okay, there's Picasso's starts with a G. I'm gonna do it. It lives in Sao Paulo art gallery. It's huge. It's the one about war. It's all blue. Oh, what's the name of it? Fuck you. I can't remember it.
Wow.
It's not fuck you. But yeah, so there are some serious pieces of art that affect me emotionally when I see them. And if I were to see that one in person, that would really do something to me.
Yeah, I got to see a lot of, and I talked about this too, but in the past, we went to the National Gallery in D.C. and got to see a lot of. So that was a weird thing where paintings that I've seen my entire life, actually seeing it in person.
Yeah.
And looking at a Picasso,
Yeah.
a real freaking Picasso.
Yeah.
I mean, standing, 12 inches from it.
Maybe. Yeah.
And seeing like sketch marks, pencil marks,
Yep.
dirt,
So
brush hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh.
He's an artist too.
Yeah, I just left that stuff in there.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Yeah, I agree with you. Go to a gallery if you can. But here's something that I recommend, highly recommend this. If you're not on Instagram, if you don't care about Instagram, that's okay. If you don't want to get on it and say things and post or whatever, that's fine. But do this. Get on Instagram, start an account. Just look up artists.
Yeah.
Find your favorite artist. Find art that that inspires you. Subscribe to that or follow that artist and just do it. Like, get 200 artists, and your feed on Instagram will become an art gallery.
Yep.
It's one of the greatest things. You just scroll through and you just look at art, and it's amazing.
It is,
and especially if you really kind of tailor it to your specific likes. So if you like abstract, just do a search for abstract artists. If you like, I don't know, bunnies, look for bunny art.
You like butts? Look for butts.
That might be there. And then just, follow as many as you can. And then you have a gallery that
All
changes daily.
Yep.
And it's amazing. I love doing it. And just sit there. You could, right before you go to bed, you could scroll and you can get inspired. It's perfect.
And that is this coming Sunday, which is Inspire Your Heart with Art.
Do it.
It's mostly about discovering why you are affected emotionally by artwork. But yeah, butts are good.
Cool.
Yeah. So I have a few other. Those are the days of the week that started with Monday and ended with Sunday. I'm going to do that every week.
Okay.
So if that's boring to you, let us know.
No, it's fun. I like it.
I want people to let us know though, because if that was boring to you, please hit us up at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com and say stop doing that. If you like it, hit us up at Gmail or thisepicdisaster@gmail.com and give us your own days for the weeks upcoming that we might not know about, and then I can mention those.
And send us cash.
That'd be good too. Also, just because January is about to end, and this is our last week of January, something I wanted to start doing was, history in January or in the month that we're doing it. And I'm going to do that in the first episode, but I didn't get to because I didn't think about it because I'm stupid. But
do some quick January factoids.
January facts. 1890 on January 25th, 1890. National Afro-American League founded in Chicago. Bam.
What is that, baseball?
No.
What?
It is the Civil Rights Organization.
Oh.
The first civil rights organization in America was
What's it
founded.
called? Afro-American League?
National Afro-American League. Founded by Timothy Thomas Fortune.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a great name.
Also, January, and these are all just January 25th dates. Okay. So this is the Monday we're releasing.
Yes. Well, those aren't dates. Isn't that the whole month?
I'm not there yet.
Oh.
I got more. Trust me. January 25th, 1890. Also the same day, journalist Nellie Bly beats the fictitious journey of Jules Verne's Phileas Fogg around the world by 8 days. So Julius Verne wrote a book, Around the World in 80 Days.
Yep.
Phileas Fogg was the character in the book who made it around the world in 80 days. This particular person, and I'm going to have to look this up. I'm really going to have to research this because I want to look into it. But Nellie, what's her name? Where'd it go? Nellie Bly says that she did it in 72 days based on his book. She's like, I'm going to do this. And she's a journalist and a writer. And you know, she's going to do this.
Did they actually, was it officially documented?
That's what I need to look up because I didn't look it up. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think it would still live today.
Fake media.
Also, in 1961, the first live nationally televised presidential news conference. Guess who?
What date?
1961.
61 would be Kennedy and Nixon.
It was Kennedy. So that was the first nationally televised presidential conference with JFK.
And then 2 years later, he was...
Shush. 1971. On this day, January 25th.
71? Let's see. That would be Nixon, right?
Nope.
It was right before Nixon.
Let's not talk about presidents because on January 25th, 1971, Charles Manson and 3 women followers were convicted of the Tate LaBianca murders.
Leslie Van Houten was recently denied parole. Too.
Yeah, she'll never get out. They just won't.
I don't know about that.
They're not going to let her out.
I don't know about that. I mean, they're letting out crazy people. They're letting out mass murders and
but there's some weird thing where they're never going to let her out.
Manson.
It's Manson. They won't let her out. That's what I'm saying.
And that from a legal standpoint, it's really against the law. You're not supposed to.
I agree because there's a prejudice there.
Yeah. And
you're not supposed to use that.
I'm not saying she deserves. I'm not recommending. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying it isn't fair that some people who have life sentences are getting out for whatever reason. And this person can't ever, just because it's a famous case. Yeah. And from what I know about her,
another episode. That's like another episode of being, charged in the media.
Yeah. From what I know about her, I mean, she's done some amazing things while in prison. I mean, the girl, no excuses about what she did, but she did it when she was like 18. And man, whatever I did at 18, I don't even remember 18. Do you? Holy crap, that's been so long ago. Can you imagine? And it's got to be the same with her. I'm sure, because it was so...
intense.
Yeah, she can remember things that happened for sure. But how do you remember what we did at 18?
She was also heavily drugged.
Yeah.
And
manipulated. And just, I don't know, whatever. I don't necessarily agree with it. I've studied. So the Manson case was really, really a big part of my life because I lived through it. I sort of remember it when I was a kid. It scared me, but as I got older and I read Helter Skelter and I watched the movies and stuff, and it became something I was very interested in. So I studied a little bit about it, and her case, I don't know. It doesn't seem fair to me. Certainly, you could say what she did wasn't fair, and it's true.
Yeah,
it wasn't. But there are. When you look at that compared to what other people, the benefits and the things that other people have gotten, where they've gotten paroled or they've gotten off, it's not fair that she hasn't with what she has done. I don't know. I thought about that. If it was my family member, if it's my mother that they had killed,
right,
and then all these years later, would I be able to go and forgive them?
And then you have people showing up at your parole hearing every time you're up for parole saying, remember this.
Yes.
Remember this. If the people quit caring, if the people stop coming, if the people stop showing up and defending what happened, then you might get let out. But if those people keep showing up every year or every time you're eligible and they make their plea, it's going to mean something. And people are still showing up.
Yep.
So that's that. Now, mind you, I'm not going to have this much every week. I just started this, so it's fun for me, so I have a lot. But I'm about done because we are on Sunday. 1974, the year I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Christian Barnard transplants the first heterotopic heart transplant, which is basically adding the transplant heart on top of the other heart without removing the old heart.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Is it? Did that doctor, was that the one that did the baboon heart? You remember the baboon baby?
Maybe. Possibly.
For some reason I was thinking it was, but
I would have to look into it. I didn't look at that close into it.
Yeah.
But that sentence blew
so
me
was
away.
the other heart working? The other one, it was like
Maybe
two
not
hearts
as
working
well.
together?
Possibly they were working together. Heterotopic, I would think they were working together.
Can you imagine that person? They're like,
I have two hearts. I am Doctor Who.
well, it's not just that. It's just like they fall in love with someone. They're like, I love you from the bottom of my hearts.
One of them.
Yeah.
I love you from the bottom of one of my hearts.
You just broke my hearts.
One of them. You broke one of my
No,
hearts.
both.
Oh.
You broke them both.
Wow, you're a feeler.
That's how much I loved you. You broke them both.
That's weird. Two more things. 1981, on this day in history, 52 Americans who were held hostage by Iran for 444
what a
days.
rip-off that was.
They arrived back
Do
in
you
the
remember
United
that?
States.
Do you remember that?
81? I
Yeah.
was 6 years old. Why would I remember that?
So Jimmy Carter was president.
Yes, he was.
And tried to get the hostages back. I mean, it went on forever and ever and ever. And it was a big thing. And it was very embarrassing for him. And it was just a nightmare. And then Reagan wins the presidency and is inaugurated. And like a week later, they let the hostages go.
Is that what the movie Argo is about?
I don't know that. I haven't seen that movie.
Because Argo is about some hostages.
Mm-hmm.
God, okay. I'm not even going to go into it because I feel stupid.
Well, the Iran hostages were just a...
no, that was well before.
Okay.
That was well before.
But it was obviously done to politically embarrass Carter.
They stormed a U.S. embassy in Iran.
But that happened during Carter's.
That's what happened.
At one point,
they held them for over a year.
At one point, the United States tried to rescue them.
Yep. And
the helicopter crashed and people were killed.
So you remember all this?
Oh, yeah. I was in high school.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You're so much older than
I
me.
remembered very well. But it was a political embarrassment. And people talked about it for years. I can remember, what was the guy's name? Terry something, who was one of the main hostages. And he came back and gave so many interviews. And I want to say he was like they let one or two of them go first. Toward the end. But I mean, it was obviously a move to embarrass Carter, but I think people felt that there might have been some political shadiness that happened in the negotiations, like, we'll give you things we're not supposed to give you if you'll release the hostages.
Now imagine, just a couple weeks ago, in our current history, what could have happened at our own capital.
Yeah. It's
frightening.
Yeah, well...
It scares me.
It is. It's very scary. And my wife and I were talking about that today, about just how... the way I look at it is when you open up a box that's not supposed to be opened, you really can't close it back the same way. It's always opened.
And it's going to be closed with, like, duct tape.
If that.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's a group of people somewhere, I don't know, and it could be from both sides, all sides, whatever, that look at that and go, that's the way to do that.
Yep.
Next time we'll go like that, and then we'll do this part. And so you keep raising the stakes. And I feel like, and I hate to say this, I don't know that it'll happen in my lifetime, but my lifetime's not going to be that much longer. I don't know if it's going to happen in my lifetime, but it wouldn't surprise me that democracy as we know it goes away. I think it has been shown that it can be broken. And I never thought that I would see that. We always felt like there's things built into democracy to keep evil things from happening. And when you see, no, that's not necessarily true. And I'm not just talking about from within our government, because that happens too.
Yeah.
But from outside of our government, when you realize how easy people were able to get into a secure federal building, a so-called secure federal building, and then it just becomes, then, think about who looked at that, even international terrorists who looked at it, and then they said, so this is how you do that.
That looks pretty easy, yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. And I think everybody kind of felt that, and that was the thing. I didn't watch any of it and think, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
No.
My thought was, this is ushering in the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
This is a precursor
Yeah.
to a multitude of sins.
And I think what we've seen politically, what everybody's seen politically forever, it's always someone does something outrageous and it raises the stakes.
Always.
And you never go back. You always keep topping that, topping it. So
the new norm.
Well, you think about it. It's just like day one that Joe Biden was president, someone filed impeachment. So, and in the future, then the impeachment will be filed while they're running. I mean, it keeps going up and up and up and up. And everybody has to get revenge. Everybody has to top the next. And so how people lie and cheat in government, once you do it, it becomes kind of like a standard.
It's the new line in the sand.
No matter how outrageous it is, it's like someone bending down to let you step on their back to get over the wall.
Yes.
It's like you did that, then the next person does it, and it just keeps going up and up. So I feel like that there will come a time when you've poked too many holes into democracy and government. If you're an anarchist, you love this. You have no problem with it. I know some people who think it's fine.
Yep.
I don't necessarily want to be around to see the results of it. But I think I don't think there's a point to return. And I'm not saying, I think that, we might have a little bit of peace for a while, but it'll get bad again.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Each time it gets bad, it's going to get worse,
So I'm not going to go too much farther because I know we've been going on for a minute. But I have some just fun January facts that I would normally say at the beginning of the month, but we're just starting this, so I'm going to say them now.
Okay.
And they kind of go in line with some of the things that we've just been talking about.
Okay.
Historical names for January include Wolfmanoth.
Wolfmanoth?
Yeah. It's an Anglo-Saxon name. It was the month that hungry wolves would come scavenging.
That's cool.
I mean,
that would be my band name.
Right?
Yeah.
King Charlemagne called it Winter Monoth, meaning winter cold month. I mean, that's pretty basic. It's January in England. So, yeah. Also, just for me personally, January 25th was a big day. January 25th. And actually, no, it wasn't January 25th, but it was a big year, or it was a big month for Alaska, 1959. This is when, January 3rd, 1959, Alaska became a state.
Cool.
So, 59.
Yeah.
Like, you were almost born.
Yeah, I had a few more years.
Your parents thought about you.
No, my parents weren't even married.
Oh, okay. They still thought about you.
No.
They might have.
No.
Okay. Maybe they hated you.
My parents never thought about me. They thought about having sex. That's all they wanted to do.
They didn't want to make babies?
They weren't like, let's make Rick.
No, they were just
never
like, let's
did that.
fuck.
That's pretty much what it was.
I love it. I love it. I hope your mother is listening.
Dad was like, that dress is hot. And then from there was me somewhere.
Oh, the United Kingdom. Some people practice a dry January. That's still a thing. Are you familiar with dry January?
I heard that. I'd never heard it before, but I think I heard it this time, the first time.
So it's a way to try and get people to drink less alcohol.
What kind of crazy people?
They're United Kingdom people.
And this year, especially, you really needed it.
God, no.
All right.
That's all I've got.
Okay.
Because I mean, I have a lot of other things to say, but it's just, I've worn out my time because it's always your time.
I think that's a great feature. I missed our facts and things like that on the show, so I love bringing them back. I think we should bring them back.
So it won't be as intense next time, I promise. Yeah. Obviously, because I already looked up next week's stuff, and I don't have that many February facts.
Yeah.
Because February is apparently not that busy a year, other than people, celebrating Valentine's Day.
Well, we'll look forward to it. It'll be fun, okay. I think.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about this beer and shut down the show. What do we're drinking Pink Beds. Pink Beds.
Do you have glasses?
Sour.
Do you need glasses? I can read
Pink Beds Wild Sour Ale.
Yes, it's a wild sour ale. Pink Beds. It's hibiscus and what else was it? Hibiscus and blood orange, which actually I can taste both of those things. Mostly the hibiscus. It's what, 6% alcohol, something like that.
Don't know.
6% alcohol. Maybe it doesn't. I mean, it's a good sour. I love this kind of beer. You don't. This is not your thing.
I like sours.
Really?
I've liked almost every sour we've had on the show.
But you don't. You say you don't like fruity stuff.
I don't say that. But I've liked, if you go back and listen, I've liked almost every sour we've ever had on the show.
We're going to have to ask Jax.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that whilst you say you like sours, you always say that they don't taste like they say they taste.
That's totally different things. If it says blueberry sour,
right,
and it doesn't taste like blueberry, then I have a problem.
But you still like it.
I don't have a problem with the sour itself, but I just think that they should. And just put chocolate sour and then don't call it a.
I understand.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, I get it.
I'm just saying, say what it is. Like this is just. I mean, it's got the ingredients, but.
Do you taste the blood orange? Because I do.
I guess I do. I don't know what hibiscus tastes like, so I can't say that.
See, I do, and I taste it too.
Maybe what I'm tasting is hibiscus.
Because there's a really good hibiscus kombucha at the Grant Park Farmers Market.
Okay.
If you're around that area, go to Grant Park Farmers Market and get you some hibiscus.
There's something about this, and I'm going to say like 3 different things. And one I've said before on the show, it tastes like beans. It's like there's some kind of like, and what I might be thinking is like burned beans, because the other two is like barbecue and burned. It's like it has a scorched taste to it.
That's what you're tasting.
I'm tasting a burned, scorched taste, and that could be hibiscus. I don't know, but I taste it in every sip.
No, hibiscus is floral.
Okay. Well, I'm tasting a burned taste.
Yeah, you also had a beer once where you taste frogs.
Just telling you what I taste.
No, this is yummy.
Okay.
This is actually something I would rather have in summer months. It's refreshing at any time. But I would say that I would have more than one. I would have several of these.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it like a 4.5.
4.5 out of 5.
Yep.
I'm giving it a 2.5.
Wow.
I'm giving it a 2.5 because I don't like that burn taste. I like the flavor overall, kind of is okay, and I like the sour. It's not overly sour.
Right.
So it's kind of a pleasant beer. I can't, whatever that little scorched taste is, I don't like, and I can't identify it because I don't know enough about hibiscus or whatever else is in it. It doesn't taste like orange to me, so I don't know what that is. It's burned, I can say burned, and it has a little scorched, what I would almost say barbecue, and maybe that's the sweet that's in this combined with the scorched taste. So it tastes like a little barbecue, but then when I say beans, maybe it's like a burned bean. Sometimes they'll burn the beans, and that's what it tastes like.
See, I'm not getting any, and I know the flavors you're describing.
Yep.
I know what burnt beans taste like.
Yep.
And I know what scorched barbecue tastes like, and I get all that. I'm not getting any of that from this beer. So I'm curious.
Maybe you have a dirty glass.
Maybe you had burnt beans in that glass prior?
I don't know.
That would be weird
All
because
right.
it's a beer glass.
You 4-5, me 2-5.
That's, yes.
Interesting.
Those are words. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, another podcast is come and gone.
Don't cry.
It was good.
Don't cry.
It was good. I enjoyed your facts. You've got great facts.
Thanks. I like them.
So, yeah, if you want to listen to This Epic Disaster on a regular basis, all you got to do is go subscribe. And we are wherever, pretty much, that you get podcasts.
I mean, we're there.
New podcasts.
You just have to find us.
Every Monday. And just all you got to do is subscribe and you can download them. And then if you do that, just go and give us a little rating. Put some stars on there. We like
Please.
that. Just let people
Did
know.
I just spit on you?
You spit somewhere, but I don't know where it landed.
Sorry. I love your watch. By the way.
Thank you. You can also... Now you spit again.
I think I spit on your watch.
So go. You can find us on Facebook. We're regularly on Facebook. We often are on Facebook. Sometimes we're on Twitter.
You more than me, but yeah.
Sometimes we're on Instagram. So, but
we're there.
Facebook more than anything.
Just go.
We're also
to
at This Epic Disaster.
Yeah.
ThisEpicDisaster.com.
That's where we live.
We're there a lot. That's where our stuff is.
It's where
you can get episodes. But we prefer that you subscribe, right?
Because you get it earlier. Because even at the website, it takes a minute.
That's true. All right, is that it? Have we got all of our business done?
I have more business.
What is your business?
It's private.
So you're not going to share it?
No, it's actually business.
Oh, well, why would you stop me then?
Sorry.
Wow, that was a great stop there. All right, so check us out and look for us next Monday, and we'll be here, and hopefully we'll have a beer that doesn't taste like burned paint.
I like this beer.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.